A tempting all or nothing way of thinking when it comes to exercise is, shoot, I overslept. I missed my morning routine, so I'll do it tomorrow. And although I love that you are jumping right back in tomorrow, I also want you to shift the way you think about this so that no matter what, exercise happens daily in some capacity. Hey, welcome to the Kingdom Fit Moms podcast, where we believe that you can go on a journey to lose weight for the last time. I know you've tried all the things and you may not believe me yet, but when you do weight loss the Kingdom Fit Moms way, everything changes. You're in the right place if weight is constantly on your mind, you're confused about food, you're missing out on memories, and maybe even putting your dreams off for another day because this weight struggle is no joke. We're a community and we're on a mission to invite God into this weight loss journey so you can shed the burden and shine your light. I want you to start living and believing in the version of yourself that heaven sees. Let's get started. All right, let's start our day with some Fit Moms wins, because who doesn't love some good success stories in a variety of different ways? So as you know, in Fit Moms, we are celebrating you losing weight, but it is so much more than that. So I want to start by one of our Fit Moms who just posted this week. I completed the scavenger hunt, which is part of our curriculum inside of Fit Moms Academy, and started the first intro lessons in Fit Moms Accelerator. I just listened to the bonus session on vision, and wow, I'm re-listening again to take more notes. It's definitely real to me that I'm starting a new chapter in my life. And I love this testimonial because, again, you can start a weight loss journey anywhere, right? But when you are committing this to the Lord, He's going to reveal things to you that have to do with your health and your weight loss, of course, but it's going to be so much more than that if you trust Him in the journey. So way to go, Fit Mom. I'm so proud of you. And then we have several new Fit Moms who have joined us in the month of January, and we have some of them from Australia, which is so much fun to see Fit Moms from all over the world. And one of our Fit Moms said, "This has been amazing, feeling less bloated, and my friend even noticed." And she posted how many pounds or kilograms down. So it's 4.63 pounds and 2.1 kilograms. And again, that's just in the past few weeks. So way to go, Fit Mom. We are celebrating with you today. Have you been thinking about joining us inside of Fit Moms Academy? Here's what you get when you join our community. Inside Fit Moms Academy, we're committed to helping you understand how to break the diet cycle to lose weight for the last time. We are the #1 Christian weight loss program and the most amazing kingdom-minded community, which really is the highlight of why you want to join. The people are just incredible. And I've gotten to know women from all over the world who are committing their health journey to God, which is great. We're going to teach you how to simplify your food choices, how to stop using food as a coping mechanism, how to make the healthy choice the easy choice, and ultimately how to invite God into the journey so that you can heal from why the struggle exists in the first place. Weight loss will be so much less complicated than ever before. You get weekly group coaching calls, accountability groups, challenges, and a course curriculum and access for an entire year so that you can practice the process and make it a part of who you are. If this sounds like exactly what you're looking for, a chance to invite God into your weight loss journey and stop dieting once and for all, come join us today inside of Fit Moms Academy. You can join for as little as $97 today when you go to kelseywickenhauser.com/join and sign up to be a part of our tribe inside of Fit Moms Academy. I'll see you there. All right, let's talk about exercise, how to get it in when you miss your morning workout. I'm curious how many of you are morning exercisers. I personally love to get my workout in the morning, but I'm in a phase of life right now. I'm currently 22 weeks pregnant, and some days I'm just tired, and I am honoring my body and letting my body rest as much as I can, and also honoring that I need to move my body. So some days morning exercise doesn't happen, but for the most part, I have this as a very high value of wanting to move my body early in the morning. I notice that when I do, my energy is so much better all day. Even just a walk on my treadmill. And I told the gals in my Fit Moms community, I don't remember if I've said this on the podcast yet, so I'm going to tell you again, but my daughter, who just turned 6, she she lovingly calls my treadmill the dreadmill, which I think is just so fitting. My husband and I were cracking up when she said that because he just recently he moved the dreadmill into our bedroom so that it's accessible in our house. I don't have to go out to our detached garage to use it, so I can just hop on while my kids are playing inside or whatever. Which, by the way, moving a treadmill is not an easy thing. And so kudos to all the husbands out there who do the very annoying tasks for us wives. He's like, if you don't use this thing, then we're going to have words. He's just kidding. But anyway, I have been using it and I love getting on there early in the morning. But sometimes, like I said, it doesn't always happen. And so I just wanted to have a conversation today about how to still make sure movement's a priority when maybe you oversleep or your kid needs you in the morning or you have an early meeting or whatever that is. Because when I was in the office full time, I would have this sense of, oh gosh, I don't want to say dread or shame, but just disappointment, I guess, when I really wanted to make sure I was working out every day. And then if for whatever reason I didn't get it done in the morning, it would feel like, oh man, like the whole day is wasted when it comes to exercise because I was mostly sitting at a desk. And so I had to learn how to change my mindset with that and make movement happen even on a day when I had a long day at work. So we're going to talk about that today. So maybe you oversleep, you get 30 minutes until you have to get out the door. There's no time for exercise. So what do you do? So the first thing I want you to focus on throughout the day is making sure that you get your steps in. If you don't have some sort of activity tracker, Fitbit or Apple Watch or whatever you use, Garmin, then you should get one, at least for a season, because it's very eye-opening for many of us who think that we're pretty active. Even if you're maybe working with a trainer a few days a week, but then you're only moving 5,000 steps a day, you really need to bump up your overall activity to help you to burn more calories throughout the day and make weight loss a lot easier. So if you are focusing every day on at least saying, you know what, I'm going to get my 10,000 steps or whatever your goal is, then you can find creative ways to make that happen throughout the day. Those little bits add up, I promise you. So when I was in the office 5 days a week, some things that I would do, number one, I would go to the mall, which was right across from where I worked, and I would walk during lunch, my lunch break, and then I would just scarf down food in like 2 minutes and, whatever. I don't need to sit there for 30 minutes and eat my lunch. So that would add up to a few thousand steps when I would do that every day. We also had a staircase at work, and so if I had a break in between patients, there was 3 flights of stairs. I would go, do 4 or 5 up and down, staircases, and get some steps in, get my heart rate up. It would help with energy, especially in the afternoon. And then I would just take the long way. I would park far away. I would go, take loops around my office. You can make your steps happen if you are intentional. It's also kind of fun to have certain step goals at different times in the day. Maybe, for example, your goal is, okay, by 10 o'clock, I want to make sure I have 4,000 steps. By 1 o'clock, 6,000, and just making sure that you kind of hit them throughout the day. It gives you little reminders to take a few extra steps, a few extra laps, wherever you're at. Okay, so that's the first thing, is making sure that you're focusing on steps throughout the day, even if you miss that morning workout, because it will make a difference in your weight loss journey because you're burning more calories throughout the day. The second thing I want you to consider is, can I add in some little bits of resistance training as I go through the day? So if you sit at a desk and get yourself some resistance bands, and you can do a lot at your desk. You could put the resistance bands around your thighs and do, adductor and abductor work with your legs to help, work your muscles. You could do walk in place with your knees up and down on the chair. do tricep extensions, bicep curls, all those things can add up and help to build muscle while you're just chilling out at your desk. Maybe you do something habit stacking wise and you go to the bathroom. So maybe every time you have a bathroom break, you're going to do 50 squats. And again, maybe your lunch break, you're always going to take a brisk walk. If you are at home, how can you include your kids in this throughout the day? So maybe your kids are getting squirrely, maybe homeschool. So maybe every day after lunch, you're doing some sort of fitness video. There are plenty of them on YouTube, and you can either join in with your kids or turn on your own video in the other room and do your own thing. But it takes intentionality, and we can make every excuse in the book, but you can get movement in even if you miss your morning workout. And that leads me again to the next point of including your kids in whatever capacity that is. So the easiest thing to do is to go on a walk with your kids. Well, I guess it's in theory easy depending on how many kids you have and how old they are. But if you have babies, wear them, push them in a stroller, invest in a double or triple or whatever type of stroller you need so that you can confine them for a little bit and make walking a priority. Maybe it's after meals, you go out with your family and just walk up and down the driveway. That's something that I do often. Our driveway, gosh, that's probably maybe a 20th of a mile if I do, the full lap around it. But I let my kids play outside and I'm walking, and then, inevitably it's like, Mom, can you push me on the swing, or can you do this? And so I walk over there and do that, and then I just keep going. And, by the time half an hour goes by, I've got a couple miles in. Consider, again, if you're homeschool, how can you incorporate some sort of PE class? We have been on an adventure with our family where my husband is starting homeschool fitness classes at the gym where he works. And it has been very eye-opening for me in a whole new way, how our kids are always watching and want to do what we do, and how when we push them to new levels, they really thrive. So my son has been training with some of his cousins, and the other day I was in my bedroom getting my workout in, and my oldest, who's 8, he says to my daughter, who's 6, he's like, hey, can I train you? And so he's giving her little 3-pound weights on the bench and showing her how to bench press and showing her how to do lunges. And it's never too early to start getting your kids acclimated for how to strength train and helping them to just be comfortable in the gym. It really will pay dividends. And, it doesn't have to just be in the gym. It could be taking them to play pickleball, taking them on hikes, taking them to swim, whatever that is. But making activity normal is very, very important. So don't negate this as part of helping create, your child's identity. It is important, and you're not, maybe you miss out on if you homeschool, you miss out on a lesson with them, or maybe, you don't go to your kids' extracurriculars for a week and you spend some time hiking outdoors when it's nice. Those things will bear fruit when it comes to how they see health in their body. So I just want to encourage you in that. And then maybe after your kids go to bed, you put on a sermon and hop on your treadmill and walk a couple miles. All of us can find ways to walk a little bit more. Also, there are YouTube videos that you can do too. One of the ones that I really like is it's called Walk It Out with Leslie. Just look up Walk with Leslie on YouTube, and there are hundreds of videos where you basically can walk in place and do different types of walking that's actually pretty good for cross training and working different muscles in your lower body. And you end up walking a few miles every time. So that's great. And then the last thing I'll say is that you have to have a mindset of, I will get this in. If you look at it like, oh, I missed my workout, I'll do it tomorrow, and you don't have a mindset of, if there's a will, there's a way, then you're not going to do it, right? And so set a goal early in the day. Even if you miss your workout, maybe you're driving your kids to school, you're driving somewhere in the morning, or you have a couple minutes, set your step goal and make it happen. Or set your miles goal. How can you break this up through the day? Maybe you have a miles goal of 3 miles and do 1.5 at lunch and 1.5 after work. And maybe today was supposed to be leg day at the gym. Okay, well, don't just throw in the towel and say, I'll do it next week. Maybe your goal throughout the day is to get in 100 squats, 100 lunges, and 100 calf raises. Make yourself a little tracker and check that off every time you do another 20. And before you know it, you have at least done something that involves your legs for the day, right? You do not have to be perfect, and you don't have to have a perfect workout for it to be worth it. I'm going to say that again because I know so many of us get caught up on this. If I'm not in the gym with the trainer, or if I'm not uninterrupted by my kids, then it's just not worth it. So I'm going to say this again. Write it down. You do not have to have a perfect workout for it to be worth it. So every day is a good day to move your body. Let's drop the excuses and make it happen today, mama. Hey Fit Mom, if this episode blessed you today and you can think of somebody else who's struggling in her weight loss journey, would you consider sharing this week's episode with her to give her a sense of hope? And then while you're at it, hop on over to our free Facebook community, Kingdom Fit Moms, for daily encouragement and support. Let's go shed the weight to shine the light.